Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Curse and Mother Mystery. Tonight we're playing the Magic Curses Draw, but it's changed, transformed, and we're playing in the system and the setting of Frostmark the RPG, everything created by moi. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, heavy topics, gothic horror, and perhaps some gore. We shall see. With me I have a wonderful cast of players. I got Lady earlier, I have a Megan's played by Julie. Hello, I got...
Can we just set the maze on fire?
Meridia, our Changeling Warlock, played by Cookie. Hello, welcome.
Hello. I feel like the god controlling me is a bit sick at the moment.
Next up, there's Starter Tiefling Bar, played by Adrian. Welcome, welcome.
Exactly, bushy walls.
And Thad, the Shattered Genasi Rogue, played by a slightly tipsy wood god.
What? I can't see anything. What's going on?
Alright, what happened last time, gang?
Well, it was a bunch of, like, searching around for stuff, basically. Like, what the hell went on? Investigating this, investigating that. General investigation.
We did find a box that contained a letter and some valuables. Or was it a letter?
Yeah, it was
it was it had like a sort of riddle to get to the treasure or something of the Fedotovs.
We also found a key.
Key, sure. We also learned that Marilena was to wed Dimitri II, but he was all sorts of snoopy poopy, like just wants to get into her honeypot.
Yeah, he's like a total gold digger.
Yeah.
But she's kind of a bitch too.
Yeah, she's like playing her, like dragging me along, wrapping around his little finger. So we kind of assumed that the person that's basically pissed off with her and potentially, we assumed, or I guess we guessed, potentially could be a reason for this curse to exist, but not the only reason, is this guy who is like all sorts of pissed off at her, probably because one, he's still poor, and two, he got no girl.
We also tried to figure out more about the origin of the poison, but had a hard time considering that none of us are actually that proficient in medicine. And we eventually kind of figured that something about water taking flight might be a fountain. We found a fountain, but we basically got an inscription. We found an inscription saying,
Did you find
that's the wrong one.
Fountain?
Oh no.
No, but we did find
I think I'm leaving.
hedge maze.
So we went further into the gardens. It was dark. There was shadows that tried to eat us and are attracted to light. So the people with dark vision had to guide the ones who don't have it. Hamartia got exhaustion from being scared.
Yes. We also found a number of items in the coats as we were snooping around.
Yes.
But a really old bottle of Champagne de l'Estompe.
Mm-hmm.
That we got a date for, yeah. And Nix, you found some stuff among corpses.
Liquor, mostly. Stuff amongst corpses.
You picked up some healing potions around some dead skeletons.
Oh yeah, we found those like presumably like adventurous skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got 3 bottles of liquor. One
whiskey, one bourbon, one cognac, and then you got a really old Champagne de l'Estompe.
Yeah, did I pick
It may or may not be
potions?
poisoned.
And we also found some vinegar.
Oh yeah, a lot of vinegar for sure.
Which
yeah.
Dad poured all over himself to smell weird instead of terrible.
Yeah, I mean it started to wear off, but yeah.
It's better smelling wood than like a dying corpse.
Wait, a dying corpse?
Maybe it's like an. I mean, it's gonna be like a living corpse, so it's a dying corpse, I guess.
What?
Sure. I didn't think I caught the 2 times healing potions, but there we go.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either.
Oh, yeah. Well, you didn't see the color of the liquid because you have the dark vision, but when you stepped into the light coming off from the entrance of the maze, you would be able to see the liquid and recognize it for what it is.
Oh, but this was like with the circle of bodies.
Yes,
the circle
yes.
of skeletons. Right.
But,
that was
but
like
later, now for my own sake, you take a little sneak peek and you realize what it is.
I mean, I would have probably taken a sneak sniff as well. and
Yeah, that's
or
true.
taste,
That's true.
So.
One is a normal one and the other is a greater.
Oh, okay.
And we found a head maze, a bushy wall.
Yeah. Wall made of bushes. Okay. Okay, we're ready?
I suppose.
Alright, now let's go. Let's go.
No, I don't have the type range. My type range is almost melee.
It's all a little bit draining. The fake sunlight, the elaborate deception at the soiree, the flickering into a nightmare. Then the twitching ghost creatures, the confusing treasure hunt. Then the darkness within the gardens as you hid from the roaming dangers around. Then you found lushness again, and all of this within 3 hours. But this greenery before you is not the same. Whilst the rolling plays surrounding the Fedatov estate turned out to be false, they were still a mirror image of reality. A somewhat distorted reflection of a past long forgotten, and therefore still pleasant to experience, but perhaps a bit tragic as an afterthought. This vegetation, however, does not well up any fond feelings inside. The hedges are perfectly shaped, not cut by scissor or other garden tool. Nay, the leaves, on their own accord, shape themselves into neat and perfect planes. They're also tall. How tall, you ask? You can't really put your tongue on it. As your neck cranes upwards, you attract a dizzy spell, as if you were looking up at a skyscraper that just never ends. But that doesn't make any sense. As you observe the plants from afar, they perhaps didn't look more than 4 meters. But now, your head hurts when you contemplate this issue. They're also completely non-transparent. A normal head should have some gaps in its natural growing patterns. Here the leaves hide all the secrets that may lie beyond. The last unsettling detail is the mists. They swirl thickly within the structure, obscuring your path even further. The wrought iron gates stand wide open, almost beckoning you in to get lost in the secrets of the Fedatov. And further up ahead, there's a second gate. This one not as welcoming, firmly shut, But between the spiraling iron bars, you can see a structure. A white marble facade with carved statues in various alcoves and a triangular roof. It looks crypt-like when you think about the issue. So, my Trauma Express, what do you want to do next?
Well, first things first, I'm gonna take one of the lanterns.
It's kind of mounted onto, like, the iron. Like, rather than there's... They existing freely, they seems to have been melded into the iron. Like, they're a part of the structure that is the gates. How do you want to remove them?
I'll try to use my blade and kind of wedge it out.
As you try to fiddle with it a bit, you realize that the gates are probably magical because the surface of the iron doesn't scrape at all.
The fact that my sword is magical doesn't make any difference.
Well, your weapon in turn doesn't get damaged. That's a benefit, right?
That's good.
When two, like,
Immovable objects.
Yeah, exactly. Meet each other.
We don't move, man. GM, how much can someone without dark vision can actually see right now?
I mean, you, as long as you got a light source and talking to your group, your vision will probably be rather equal because the mists are a physical hindrance rather than a light issue, right? So as long as you got something to see with, then you're kind of sitting in the same boat.
Can I see the gate, or is it like pitch black?
No, because of the light source by the
I see.
yeah, in the gate, then you can see.
Can I see if I can find any more sticks on the ground?
Probably if you search around for like a minute or two, but you can also be like normal and ask for a torch.
I mean, Illyria still carries like 8 more.
Yeah, but I don't want to waste them.
I'm pretty sure there's torches in Barovia.
No, it's
Nix
like
has like 10 of them, so if you really need a torch, you can see that
Why do
Nix
you
has
have
like a
zero?
bunch of them in his bag.
Just take a torch, goddammit.
I don't usually carry torches. This is new to me.
But you don't have darkness in North Barovia? Why won't you carry torches?
Well, sure we do, but usually I can just light up any kind of wood. And right now,
Yes, but a torch is built to last a couple of hours, you know?
well, sure, but I can pick any old stick off the ground and just light it up, and that's probably usually fine. And now, right now, it's not working, and I'm kind of stressing out about it.
Illyria just slowly hands Thad a torch and just looks at him and says, Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, this thing, it never happened. I've never. It's never not worked before. My hair and the little power, the little magic I do have, it's never not worked before, and it's kind of scary, I suppose.
Gonna fix it, I promise.
Fad. Think of it like this. I'm sorry, I'm a bit tired. So your magic, right? It's a tool, right? And you know it doesn't work even though it's usually reliable. I understand why that's scary, but you can use other tools to accomplish the same thing. So we'll take care of you. But right now we need to be, braver than what we usually are.
Well, sure, but it's part of my body, you know? It's like, what if all your hair fell out? Would you be comfortable then?
No, you saw how I reacted when my powers didn't work, so...
It's kind of the same thing.
It is. But...
I'll be fine. Just whatever.
Well, if we are done dealing with matters of barber shops, we are still surrounded by creatures of the night. I can see further into the hedges. At least there's a gate not too far.
Well, they stopped approaching once we got close enough to the maze.
True. That doesn't exactly fill me with confidence. We don't know anything about the reasons why, or if they are prevented from coming in. The question is, do you want to stand outside here, or do you want to actually do something?
I think we should have a look, but I fear that without, what was it runes, seals or something that were supposedly opening the gate?
I don't know if we are meant to open the gate. I'm just saying there is a gate up ahead.
Yes, but should probably head inside and see what it's about.
Solid and wise choice, Illyria. Nyx kind of rolls his eyes, like, obviously.
Next. Some of us walked here practically blindfolded. Please keep that in mind.
Just to clarify with the DM, there is actually light here now, right?
Yeah, like here, they're light.
Right.
But the question is if there's gonna be light further in.
I can't get out. I have to kill him.
Well, I do have a rope, so if you want to, actually here, Nyx will untie a couple of the scarves that are tied around his tail.
Oh.
And hand one to Hamatia and hand one to Dad. Just tie this somewhere. It'll help me find you if you get lost.
What is it?
It's a sash, a scarf.
What kind of stash?
Well, okay, let me roll a dice here. What color it is?
What kind of it?
It's just a fabric, piece of cloth.
Then how would we find me with it?
Oh, I've learned an ability to allow me to at least locate things that I am aware of. You will send me a ping somewhere. So if you do get lost, I'll be able to at least know which direction you're in.
Thad just tucks it in his pocket.
Hamatia ties it in like a bow shape on her horn.
Oh.
Lyria, you can see, so I don't necessarily think you'd get lost too much. Unless you want a scarf.
No, I'll be fine.
Very well. Well.
What about you? Just looks towards Casimir.
Casimir gets a little bit surprised that people remember that he's here.
Casimir, you're definitely here all the time. Yes, you are here.
He shrugs his shoulders. This is a little bit disconcerting, but I want to protect you so we can do what I need to do. So, if we need to head into this a weird place, then that is something we will do. I am able to see in the dark, so you don't have to worry about me. I will
No, I'm not.
keep an eye out for your backs.
I appreciate that, Casimir.
Well, I appreciate
not
your
armor-toting well. I'm
promise
fucking
of
killing myself.
help. So,
Oh,
no depths.
don't go that deep. Holy shit.
Well, shall we? And Nick's
Let's
gestures.
go.
Well, he just, I guess, walks in.
All right.
Okay, I'm meeting team.
At that point, Nix,
I'm just.
if you would stop.
getting myself
The
inflamed.
mists
I'm playing
just
really
before the gate kinda coalesce
badly. Killing
and
myself.
starts to rush forward.
It's very
As they
bad.
do, they form a vaguely short female shape that holds her hand out towards you as she is lunging for your throat. Her mouth is open in a wide scream. Somewhere in the distance, a female scream can be heard. And it goes so fucking fast that you don't even have less than a second to react. And it just washes over you and dissipates in a explosion of mist around your feet.
Can we all see that?
Yep.
Looks like we have a brimstone on our hands.
The fuck was that?
A warning, perhaps. I do not know. I mean, it was spooky. A little bit damp.
Oh, this
But-
entity waited hundreds of years to do this. We're just waiting here. Why would that happen? So,
Like I said, I'm here just as much as you are, Matia. I don't know who you're asking for information.
no, I'm speculating. Next, it's called brainstorming.
Can't say. But there is some sort of. I think we already knew that. Some magic going on here with the shadows clinging, and if you look up, like, the walls seem to go on for miles. So, some shenanigans for sure. Things are not exactly what they appear to be here.
Any residue feelings about after that?
I mean, I could do with a towel, but just more of a spook.
This place is really disturbing. So I would like to think that this ghost waited 200 years or 400 years just for this moment to prank someone. Now it's happy and in peace.
Sure, let's go with that. I'm sure there will be no other spookiness.
Or maybe there
Has-
will be. I mean, we didn't know the ghosts and ghosts and ghosts and ghosts and more ghosts and
Not entirely
spirits
sure it was the ghost to Martia as much as just some sort of illusion.
and wraiths. Poltergeist says,
What's the plural of poltergeists? Is it poltergeist?
Poltergeist. It's poltergeist.
Not poltergeist.
No, it's poltergeist.
I do like
Poltergooses?
It sounds funny.
Poltergeists.
You hear God sigh.
I mean, if it okay, hear me out. But what if the poltergeist is a goose?
A goose is poltergeist?
a poltergeist.
Just poltergoose.
Yeah, poltergoose. Many poltergeese.
That's a lot of poultry, but like dead poultry.
Undead poultry, probably. Yeah.
What a paltry sham.
So spooky gate.
Let's
Spooky,
take a look
scary
at this
goose.
gate. Nix will take a goosey at the gate.
What does that mean?
A Tarask
rhyming,
comes and
flying.
you all die. End of story of the campaign.
I mean,
Thanks
you
for playing,
could have just told us you don't want to DM for us anymore.
Good session, guys.
Good night.
That was all, folks.
Rocks fall, you die.
Lightning strikes.
You want me to die?
The wrought iron gates in front of you is normally when it comes to these gates it is of the same design of the gates just a few meters behind you, where it opens up in the middle and then swings some way. But these gates, like, even though they're identical in design, there's no seam between the two halves of the gate, nor is there any sign of
sniper's
a
here.
lock.
Rupert was invis.
But we can see kind of through it. What's on the other side?
But if you pay attention to my intro text,
Genuinely, I have no idea. Not buying wood.
there
It
is
looks
a
like
marble
a-
structure ahead.
Yeah.
But he just knows where.
I meant like if it was more visible stuff now.
Okay, I'm sorry. My premature frustration. No,
Wow.
it's a one-story, but rather high in the ceiling still, marble structure with it's like some alcoves where there's some carved-out statues of various people and humanoids, and there is a very intricately carved and massive door in the front.
This is all lit. It's not only for dark vision, guys.
Yeah, there's 2 more lanterns at these gates here, replicating exactly the gates that you went through before. And then at the side of the doors of the marble structure, there are also these lanterns. They're all the same in
What a
design,
macropire. Genuinely.
so probably they work the same way. But as you look left and right, darkness abounds.
Well,
Perhaps some reconnaissance is in order.
without any information about which way to go, there is only like a couple of things that we can do. It is possible for me to utilize that magic to be able to locate something, but
I can try and have Soul, do a little lap around here, see what he finds.
what if he gets lost?
Soul will not get lost. He is a smart moth, and you underestimate him.
I don't know. I mean, if you stumble upon a monster and I'm not there to help you murder it, I will be mighty angry.
No, Soul, you need to look for monsters so we can kill them together.
I'd rather stay with you.
Fine.
And she tucks him a little bit deeper in her coat.
You can tell from your history together that Soul is a little bit rattled from the instant death. 2 hours. Like,
Yes.
basically less than an hour ago.
She gives him like a little chin scratch. Okay, so Soul is in there though.
So, let's pick a direction. We don't know how to get through this gate, I don't think. Nix will try and like... I want to check if there's any sort of magical
Bullshit.
effect coming out of this gate. Like, is there, like he's just about to reach out and touch the gate, but then he like recoils briefly, realizing that the last time he touched a door of uncertainty, there was lightning within it that kind of frazzled him.
Yeah.
So he's gonna like try and like hold his hand right next to it to feel if there's any sort of harm or any magical energies or something like that kind of buzzing off of it.
This tower here.
Good that you remember that. Yeah, it was some time ago. As you hover about over, there's a slight hum to the gate for sure. I'm flavoring this since you have detect magic and you've been casting it a lot.
You got this for free, bro.
But it doesn't seem to be necessarily harmful to you. But I guess you don't know until you try.
Is there any like obvious locks or things missing from it? Like if there's no handle, I guess. Well, Nyx will. He will try it. I guess Nyx will try and push on the gate.
Yeah, no handle, no. There doesn't seem to be anything of the structure that seems to be missing. It just seems to be a solid slab of metal, and as you put your weight on it, there's a number of Coptic runes that starts to alight in a soft teal light spreading all over the gate, and it doesn't budge a single millimeter.
Is this gate like direction-wise, like is like the north of this map actually north?
Yes, now we're definitely have a compass that is in alignment to like up is north and down is south and so forth.
I think this is what that letter was talking about.
Specifically, which part?
Something about northern gates and a crypt behind it. Looks like a crypt to me.
Right, so we need to have both crests in our hands and it will just open. So now let's go find these crests.
Oh no, the gem key was later on.
Sure, but one step at a time.
I mean, yes, I just look, I'm actually not that great at like memorizing stuff.
No worries. I mean, it's a spooky place. So if we are here to look for fountains, of which maybe the crest will be there, let us try and pick a direction. So, anyone have any particular feelings towards a particular direction?
We could flip a coin.
GM? Question, GM?
Mm-hmm.
Did we go once? Did we cross any turns during our time in this maze going forward? They're not turns other than the ones immediate right next to the gate, right?
The map is true to reality.
Oh, is it?
Well, as you know it. But, I mean, as what you have traveled so far is what you see. And the gates that you went through was like...
I tried to respond quickly. No,
like, there was no maze before the gates, you know, down there. You just stepped into the maze. And right now it's just been like... a...
Alright.
Forward, like, straight.
I can actually take road shots.
Well, I mean, it's one way or the other, I guess. I mean, left?
Wow.
Go left.
Yes,
Let's
left
head
is
left.
good. Left is nice. Left is better than right.
I assume that with all these torches and these inventories that it's handed to Hamartia and Thad so they're able to see as well.
Yeah.
Martia will use a soul flashlight.
There's a little spirit up.
Okay.
I actually have a check. Hey, so.
I was asleep. Will you disturb me again?
Why? It's nighttime. You just shouldn't be asleep right now. Do you want to be deployed, or would you rather stay in my pockets?
We can,
And be honest.
I don't wanna fight.
I I think you need protection. This place seems to be very dangerous. So I think it's very important that I stay close to you. So we'll shine a light from here. And kind of has like the front legs like dangling outside of your pocket, kind of hiding his head a little bit.
Oh. Okay, so we stay there. Okay, no harm come to you. So just get a good night's sleep, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
He's dead.
Yes, I will
I-
protect you.
I need a torch, please. A regular torch.
Go.
Sure, here you go.
Thank you.
Not like I need them anymore. I will.
This
You
is
need them in the
weird.
first place.
I brought them just in case, but I put in 9 touches now.
This is such a hassle.
Yeah, well, no, we take what's over here.
Alright, just gonna keep on going, yes.
I didn't have a torch.
I got my axe, too.
Does it feel like the shadows are like closing in on me, like I can't see very far?
Yeah.
That's by design.
Yes.
Yeah.
The mists are very thick and obscuring a lot ahead. You have 3 meters of vision, basically.
Okay. Okay, well, we have a junction here. Forward or left?
I got him, though. He wasn't dead. I don't.
We can just stick to the right side.
Oh, I see something here. There is, like stone, and do I hear water?
Yes. Yes, you do.
There's something
that
here.
is inside of me.
Oh, that is like
Get a room!
a half pool with some water. That not really a fountain as much as it is. Does it look like stagnant water or is it like fresh water?
It looks
might be a
mostly
place
stagnant. It has like a green tint to it. A lot of growth.
Well, there is an exit up here. But I don't know. I'll peer into it, see if there's like anyone, like see how deep it is. Is like a wishing well, or like is it like really shallow?
It seems rather shallow, but it's a little bit hard to see, you know, considering the extreme growth in it. But then you see something disturb the water. At the same time, Illyria, you hear a voice. Illyria, is that you? You get very concerned
Was that Casimir?
for a second. No, actually, it calls out Tatiana. Is that you?
Thanks for the
You get very concerned for a second because it sounds like Strahd.
Yes.
But at the second call out of Tatiana's name, now you have gotten more sensitive to the differences between the two brothers, and you hear the slightly like softer tone, and realize that this is Sergei.
Sergei?
Magic resist. That's huge.
Tatiana, it is you. Please come closer. Let me see you. It's been so long, my love.
Can she tell where it's coming from?
Yeah, it's coming from the waters.
Huh.
Huge.
There's like, did anybody else hear that?
Yeah.
What?
What?
I think I just heard Sergei's voice from the water.
This is like a one of your vision-y thingies, Celeria?
Yeah, I think we have enough good times with water in the last week. You got extremely batshit high from that water, and that's not fun.
I mean, we got a lot of useful information, though.
I don't think that's the same thing, right? Well, I mean,
Wait, you aren't thinking that I'm, like, hallucinating this whole thing, are you?
no, I don't think you're hallucinating. I think something is casting an illusion or enchantment on you, or at least I.
Oh, I meant, she's saying that to Thad because he was like, oh, that water made you high.
Oh. What makes you high, bro?
I don't know, maybe. I'm not saying it's not true, I'm saying there's... Just be careful,
Maybe.
that's all. Take everything with a grain of salt. That's all I'm saying.
Do you feel like you want to talk to him, Celeria?
I don't know why he
We're
would
not
be-
seriously humoring the possibility of humoring whatever the hell this is. I mean, call me Ken, but I think the same voice calling out to you is the same voice that tried to go for Nix's throat a few minutes ago. There is something here in control, and we don't want to give it an inch of ground over our brains.
Are you alright, Mattia? Are you overly spooked?
I am so spooked right now, Nix. I mean, look at this place. It's something is in control here, and you are acting like it's a little stroll for the park. It's not. Something here wants us very much dead and is trying to break us mentally beforehand. You know, this is like the first meal before, you know, the main course of torture.
I think we should just continue on.
As you wish.
Tatiana, why aren't you answering me? Are you there still? Tatiana, don't abandon me. Not now, not ever after everything. I need to see you, please. Why are you torturing me so? Why are you being so cruel?
I think Alea would at least take a glance at the water.
Tatiana, it's you. Oh, your lovely hair, what has happened? Oh, I long for you, Tatiana, so much. It's been so long. I've been waiting. It's cold and empty over here. Please. I don't want to be alone anymore. Tatiana, join me.
Would you be... Illyria just takes a few steps back.
No. Come back. Please. Don't leave me alone. Not now.
Why would you be here?
I am stuck like everybody else in this cursed place. But we need it. We don't have to be alone. We don't need to suffer. It's easy, very easy now that you're mortal. You can do it yourself. Just take out your rapier and stab yourself. It won't hurt, I promise. And after you fall asleep, we can be together forever.
I won't die until I free this place. She just walks. Or tries at least.
No! Come back! Please! Don't leave me alone! Not like this!
That's a dead.
And you basically hear the fading shouts of a begging Sergei for you to come back and not abandon him.
Oh, I feel terrible!
You're right.
I'm just wondering if that was really him.
Sergey.
We didn't
Why
hear
would it be
anything.
Sergey? Why? I mean, look, Sergey
don't
didn't die
think
here.
so.
He died in Castle Ravenloft, so if I can
He
say
died
this.
in the castle, yes.
The east is far away from the castle. If his ghost is hunting any place, it's not going to be this random minor noble house.
That's why we're gonna be strong. The one
Listen,
who killed him.
Leah, look at me. I know these games really well, and right now you're being played. So stop. Don't listen to a word this place tells you.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Okay, good.
Also,
Amadia is really skittish. She's like having like little ticks.
Woodcut, if you lag behind, you are going to be left alone somewhere in the maze. So you better get your token ass moving.
But Illyria does say thank you to Hamartia.
I like the ages. Shark.
He just gives you like a little thumbs up. Really skittish thumbs up. Gingerly thumbs up.
We are walking through a nice maze. Nothing bad will happen. It's a dead end. Nice.
Oh no. Well, nothing more here.
Time to turn around and follow the other path.
Ooh.
Why did you
Yeah.
keep me
Unless you
away?
can
What?
see anything.
I'll take a look just to like see if there's any gaps
I was
or
about to say. Okay.
obvious like holes or like there are footprints in the dirt that kind of stop here. I don't know.
No, there are no footprints
Pick that up? I
here.
can't pick that up.
A lot of time has passed, probably. And there's just a wall of green before you.
Back to the junction then, I suppose. Nothing here.
What did this quote unquote Sergey want from you? Was he like saying hello
To
or goodbye?
Join
Or...
him.
Oh. Yeah, but that doesn't sound good.
I think, I mean, not that I know anything of Sergey, but if it truly was him, I think he would want me to end this curse.
There's a pathway over here to the side, westwards.
Yeah.
Might as well cover every corner whilst we're here.
Take it.
All right. Up to you.
So, does anyone know a nice song or something? Something to lift the mood?
Don't know exactly what's in this maze. If we are the only things here, just like you said, Hamatia.
Right.
So
Do know that
singing
one
and-
that Rickton used to sing. Bit crude, but
A lot of corners.
There's also a way down here.
Do you want to check it?
To be perfectly honest, no, I don't.
There's no wrong place to go. We have no idea where we're going, so just pick it and we'll follow.
I say keep going, Illyria.
I mean, I don't.
Someone.
I'm just like, I heard this thing about like picking like one of the walls and like sticking to it.
Right, so you want to stick to this wall, Illyria, and keep going.
I don't know if there's any truth to it, but
One way to find that.
I guess it makes sure
Nyx
that you like.
will flip open a page in his book and start like using just drawing a line to like basically map out where they've trekked.
That's actually really smart.
Okay, you're like counting the amounts of turns and that kind of.
Well, he
stuff.
has like full-on cartography supplies, and he's proficient in cartographying. So
True.
yeah, it's his jam basically. This is what he was
Risky,
interested in.
job.
It's true. I mean, with that, I will obviously allow you to know where you have gone. Yeah. Good job.
Yep.
Yay
Right.
me.
Woo!
Meanwhile, Illyria is following a trick that I learned in primary school.
Yeah, theoretically, that doesn't exactly work if you're like in an island which just goes round and round in circles.
Oh yeah, it definitely doesn't if that's the case. So we just hope it doesn't. I mean, you'd figure that one out eventually, probably.
Maybe depends on how long if you keep turning left or if you.
Yeah.
I think that's how there's like those catacombs underneath some.
France? Paris?
There's one in France, but there's also another one in like Czechia, I think, or somewhere east, like in Belarus or something. I can't remember. But someone got lost down there. And just like wandering around aimlessly in the dark.
Well, it's really funny when you say ace because this messes up what's for me.
Ah, yes,
think.
the East Europe, I mean.
Here we are.
Ooh, another fountain.
I think this is the first actual fountain that we found.
Oh, fountain.
Indeed, and this one has water flowing, meaning that the water isn't as green as the other one. It has this pleasant kind of white noise to it.
No rain sounds, Bexxy.
Yes,
Sadly, I did not prepare a fountain ambience. I'm sorry.
What kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
production value
I
is this?
Yeah,
failed.
we can do like a splash sound if you wish.
So I guess we're
Let's make
looking
some.
Any
for
visions,
some sort of
Illyria?
I'm not hearing any more voices, so I think we're good.
Maybe you can see like a crest or some sort of emblem on this area.
I mean,
Yeah.
Illyria
Let's
just
all look.
kind of, like,
We all look.
walk around.
I'll try
and
to
have
look
a
as well.
We all do the look.
Marc is going to look down the bench, this bench thing.
I hear this weapon.
What do you see though?
This is so easy that it doesn't require an investigation check.
I'm not there, I'm sorry.
Instead, as you like take a look at the fountain, like
Okay.
on its stem,
Okay.
in between the two levels, like there's one fountain that is like
Everyone's dead though.
the first level, and then it's like a second level, and it's like a long stem leading up to the second. On it, quite clearly, chiseled into the stone, is a relief of a tower protruding from the tower itself, from the fountain tower, like a stylized tower, like something you would see emblazoned into a shield of arms.
I mean,
Is it? So it's there. It's ready, available to be taken.
Maybe.
I guess since no one is speaking up, I guess Nick starts and steps up onto the ledge and reaches out to take it.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be able to be like pulled, but there's certain yield to it, so you might be able to push it instead.
Push the emblem, the
Mhm.
crest.
3 versus 3.
Sure. I'm like wiggling it forward, back, and back. Just trying to edge it out, and then I guess at some point he'll probably push it in.
I
Uh,
think
at,
Illyria is just
That
too
was,
wary to get near water right now.
at the same time, there's this mechanical sound of like stone scraping against stone. The fountain halts. Another panel of the fountain kind of opens up to like reveal this second lantern kind of contraption, but it has a red light instead of like a soft fiery kind of light. And at the same time, like a voice in that doesn't seem to have like a origin, which has a weird and strange echo to it, calls out as the lantern starts to flash.
Definitely.
When young, I am sweet in the sun. When middle-aged, I make you happy. When old, I am valued more than ever. What am I? And the clock starts ticking now.
When you're young, sweet in the sun.
I
I have a guess.
Okay.
I believe you're wine or ale, some liquor, alcohol.
As you say wine, there's a confetti rain. Of like there's like a horn that comes out on the side of the fountain, and then there's like a little golden shower of confetti, and like a sound that goes and the tower emblem kinda, instead of being pushed in, is forcefully like injected and falls into the water.
And I was doing back.
The fountain's return is normal.
I guess that's one of the crests.
I was doing back.
I mean, a riddle based on alcohol to a Vistani? I mean, this is like a baby's riddle. For me. So I wonder here, now we have one of them. Do we want to perhaps try and locate the other? It's going to be a lot easier to actually get the direction going about which maybe it's pair.
What?
I have the ability to locate an object based off if I know it or I've seen it. And if there is meant to be two of these, maybe I can cast a spell to find the other. And so we're not walking around in the dark aimlessly, but we have a direction.
I mean, would it work? Don't you have to know what it is?
I have one here. And as long as it's specific with the wording, I suppose, of what I'm looking for, which is going to be the very similar one to this, apparently, I think.
Yeah, I
Can you give
mean,
us-
according to the spell, alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. So, yeah.
Does
Such
counterpart to this one count as a kind?
a certain kind of a pair of jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon, and yeah, a certain kind of tool. This would be like part of a lock. So, yeah, I mean, sure. Key, I mean. Sorry for talking over you there. I didn't mean it. Sorry.
It's okay. Well, it can't hurt to try. So I will think real hard, real quick. Looking at this crest, and I will cast a locate object for the nearest object of that particular kind for this key fragment. So check.
That's an oof.
That's a
That's
fail.
an oof, yeah.
That's okay. I will lose one soul.
Okay.
I'm back. Did we die?
You missed the confetti rain.
Very right. What the fuck happened?
We solved the riddle. Then we got one of the crests.
Okay.
And then Nyx picked it up and then cast locate object to find its pair. So we're not walking around in the dark. It lasts for 10 minutes, Bexxy, so I can.
Okay. All right.
I can
Right now,
see its direction.
it's diagonally southeast from you, approximately 30 meters.
Maybe back the other way we came. I can see where it is. I'll take the lead.
Alright.
Nix is the leader. Nix of the Vistani. Look at him walking confidently. Nix. Nix. Nix of the Vistani. Nix Navarre. By the way, where does the name Navarre come from? Is it like a family name, or did you choose it?
I mean, it was given to me.
By whom?
Madame Eva.
Oh, because he eats the...
You just walked through a wall or something.
No?
I can't see shit.
Did you walk through a wall? Is the better question.
I didn't, I'm just following the Nix.
Oh, I think.
Yeah, you'll have
we're
to
on
glitch
the
yourself.
right
There you go.
track.
I still can't see shit. I think I'm gonna F5 that.
Yeah.
I go refresh.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm typing is so fine.
As you turn, okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, as you're following Nyx down the path, and you walk past that central alley, you could say, Nyx, you just take a quick glance down that way back towards the gates from which you enter the maze from, and in the middle of this, over here, there is a small pyre with like a wooden stick set into it, and burning on top of it is a very small form, which you recognize, who calls out your name and screams in severe pain.
Calls out my name?
Yes. It's Kelvin, burning to death just a couple of meters away from you,
Okay, where's...
and calling for your help.
Oh god.
Do we see this?
No.
Nyx, like, sort of is frozen, staring down that way with, like, wide eyes. The glowing red in his eyes, mimicking that what he sees, I suppose. And his lower lip begins to tremble.
I'll try to see what he's looking at. Nothing?
He is freaking out and staring out into nothing. And all the while, Nyx, you can hear Calvin's voice call out why you didn't save him.
Nix?
Next, you're right, Matt.
Does anyone else see that? Does anyone else see that?
See
What?
what?
Well, I mean, the burning, the burning pyre.
Nix, it's the same. Think of it, okay? So Elias or Sergey, and now you're thinking this is not real. This place trying to fuck with your mind. This is not real. Oh, I think I see a pattern.
He cries out while you're not moving and not doing anything.
Nix, this is not real. This is not it.
Nix takes one step this way.
What do you see?
I see an old friend in agony. Someone that I miss dearly.
His legs are turning into ash, bubbling as his flesh is being cooked. These screams are unearthly, kind of like the one who like echoes through your heart and like shatters it.
Nix. This isn't real. This place is trying to mess with us.
Tears form in his eyes as he's watching the phantom Kelvin burn. You're right. I know he's gone. I know I'll never hear his voice again.
The vision of Kelvin disappears with like an explosion of flame with the parting words. So much for being friends.
Why do you do this, Bexxy?
Okay, so I think I understand what we're dealing with. Oh, wait.
Nix kind of like swirls around and just like sees Hamartia there, and like you can see in his eyes briefly Hamartia as he stares down at you with some rekindled anger, and then he blinks it away, and that burning red eyes seem to temper a little. I've already punished you for what you did. There's no amount of illusion in that world that make me go that way again. But just seeing him there, burning, makes me realize that it's not all completely forgotten. I haven't forgotten our bargain, Hamadir. I still aim to collect.
I know.
Mix kind of like pushes past her, half aggressively, but with very little strength.
But he just stares down and that makes.
Keep me safe, no?
You know what I think?
What?
I think this is all lies, filthy lies. Remember,
Why is she so tight?
we must kill him before he kills us. Pick the date. It has to be soon.
I am not going to stoop to that level again. If he wants to lose himself in the darkness, that's not for me.
Well, he can lose himself in the darkness as much as he wants to,
Something to her.
but he cannot hurt you.
Yeah.
Therefore, we must hurt him before he can hurt us. You said this before.
Yeah, I think whatever will come to pass would be for the right. I don't think he would get what he wants, even if he thinks he's got what he wants. I don't think he truly grasps the wounds he has. Not
Okay.
yet.
I'm gonna die.
Don't be a fool. Please. Now stop being tardy and follow.
Oh no.
Don't get lost.
No, Amalia is gonna take a step back and let people walk back.
Yeah, Lyria will like gladly put herself between Amartya and Nyx.
I guess I'm gonna try and find a way down. If could put like an arrow, I suppose.
Yeah.
Huh? What's that? It's a bush
Or
with like.
Let me
berries.
realign you now. It's still southeast, but more dramatically south and about 10 meters away.
I can't believe how strong that is.
Okay. And what's like right here? This little bushy bush.
It is a little rose bush growing purple flowers.
Purple roses, even.
Oh, yes.
And she's
Yes,
dead.
indeed. Fuck.
Huge.
roses
But
are flowers, right?
That was a
But-
perfect dog, yeah.
I mean, it looks nice, you pass through, by it, but then you like stop and you look back over your shoulder and you take another look at the flowers again and you lean in a little bit and
Damn right.
yeah, that's a face.
A face?
Excuse me?
You have
A
90
face that is
you have
like
95%
the
vision
rose
on that,
kind of flower itself is it's the shadows and the way that is formed is in the shape of a face. And leaning a little bit closer, it's the shape of the face of Alenka.
Oh no.
A little bit further away is the shape of Irina. There's a shape of Madame Eva. A bunch of Barovians that you passed on the street in Valaki.
I guess the strat is done and takes upper lane after when Alk can.
Nick's kind of like has this massive lump in his throat, and he does that one hard swallow.
And one is Richten.
Oh. Yeah, but that's all. Nix doesn't know that. He assumes so, but I guess if this is
only
playing on
Nick
his psyche.
See that?
Do you see the? Nix points it out there.
Yeah, everybody can see that. Yeah, you also see some faces that you have lost in the war during your military time with the Protectorate.
What? I know those people.
What is it? What are you guys seeing?
Like a rose bush that seems to hold the faces of those we've lost.
Do you guys see the same faces on it? The same faces on the same flowers?
Do you see Alenka here, Illyria?
Indeed you do.
I do.
It's a collective.
Irina over there.
Madame Eva here. Do you see anyone dead?
I can't see what you're talking about, so I guess no.
Get closer. It's right
Yeah,
here.
Lyria like takes a step back and kind of like motions towards it.
You can sort of like hold Alt to like go over each other since we're like kind of standing in the same space.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's like a grandparent in there for you, Thad.
I think they're about to start.
You've also been
Yeah,
on some
they're gonna
dangerous
rotate.
missions, not always
Still
been
two,
the
two.
only merc around.
Yeah,
And everyone- There's also some faces of members of the organization that you, trained a little bit
Okay.
with that just never came back.
Go away, I guess.
Is it?
Can you all see the same faces?
Yeah, we all see the.
I mean, I wonder if we see like the faces that the people like.
Yeah, I mean,
For
there's
example,
a
like,
bunch
the ones
of
that only Illyria knows, like.
exactly. There's a bunch of faces that you do not recognize, but others do. So it's like a collective of.
Oh, okay.
There's a bunch of elven faces in there as well. A lot of female ones.
Ooh.
Casimir, do you recognize any of the faces?
As you turn around and look at Casimir, I mean, he's pretty pale, but he is white as a sheet right now, and he is mumbling to himself in Elvish and is taking a step back.
That is a-
What is
I
he
might know
mumbling?
Elvish. Give me a moment.
He's basically, as you can hear, he's mumbling a mantra to himself of how much he's sorry and how much he misses them, and he kind of sees some faces and he calls out these names, and he asks for Patrina to stop harassing him. He's on his way, he's trying, he's getting there, just a little bit more time. Please, don't haunt my dreams.
It's kind of like walking up to him and sort of like trying to. Like,
I'm setting this right. I am gonna make sure that everything's
like,
gonna be fine.
tries to like kind of like take like his hand or something, trying to pull him a bit back, and it's just like we all see people we've lost. This place is messing with our minds.
See, don't you hear it too? That the chorus of voices. Ah, my head. They're calling for me.
Yeah, what? Did we hear anything?
No, you don't hear anything.
What are they saying?
They're saying that it's all my fault. They're right. They're right. But Rina is in there too, and she's the loudest. She wants me to set this right immediately. Please, we need to hurry to the Amber Temple. I can't take this anymore.
Alright, we will.
I need to atone for my sins, and now.
Casimir, this place is preying on your weakest feelings. I've seen something. Lyria has heard something, and now you are too.
Yes.
We will get there eventually. You have our word.
He's probably jungle.
But we have to get through here first.
We will help you, but we need to get out of here alive first.
Please, Lyria, take me away from this place. Please. I can't take these voices that are 500 years old. Women. My tribe. He kind of like holds out the trembling hand. Just wants you to like take him past this as he like shields his face and his eyes, and one hand is the other hand is covering his long pointed ear.
And they'll sort of like take it and like. Do you want to get out of here or continue onward?
Past this place, please. Just past.
Alright. And she just takes his hand, just kind of like quickly, but like carefully, like just takes him past it.
Okay.
We stay here. We shouldn't move without them.
Okay, I push past all of this.
It works.
Bexxy for doing what? I didn't see anyone. Like,
We just moved further down. We're here.
This is what I mean with like you gotta make sure that you get your token ass moving.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, talking about that,
Where did you go? Wait.
They went down.
There we go.
There be skelly
There's
bones here.
Skeletons.
Is this where it's my locate is?
Yes, it's pointing straight ahead.
Wait, where did Casimir go? Oh, he's inside me.
No, please don't say that.
I
Yes.
will say it every time it happens because it's stupidly funny because I'm a child. I'm sorry.
I believe this is its pairing fountain here, but there are bones here, so I don't know exactly what's going on here. Thad, assuming you have been through these things before, maybe check for traps. And I believe in you. And he like slaps him on the shoulder for guidance.
Is there any lights over here?
No, it's as dark, but you got a torch, but it's, diminished by the reach of your vision in this darkness.
Oh shit.
In this
Alright,
mist.
No,
I'll slow
Alchemist is getting a lot of space right now. It's kind of not nice.
and
What?
test.
In the-
I'll slowly approach and test for traps, I suppose.
Okay, alright. Make me an investigation cunning, please.
I'm gonna block this.
A 12. Plus 3.
15.
The fountain is an exact replica of the one that you saw before. But this one, once again, quite obvious, situated on the
Okay,
stem
that
in
was
between
not
the
right
two levels.
Yeah, he just ran away.
There is
And then he comes in now.
this one is literally a key. As a little symbol
been so
that is
worse,
like
but
protruding
now
from
it
the
looks
stem
like
of
he's
it. The skeletons are completely picked clean.
He doesn't have a teeth.
There is a half-rotten leather purse beside one of them, which seems to contain some
Yeah, he's gonna
gleaming
die,
metal.
actually.
And
Okay.
as you carefully step into the place, you cannot see any hidden mechanisms, you cannot hear any sounds or see anything that has been different so far.
Looks untrapped as of now. In this area, at least. I'd watch my step though.
Oh, what? Oh, vampires.
We're here to get another crest. So it just so happens that, it turned out that this spell kind of helped out, but, don't want to toot my own horn too
How does
much,
that work?
so to speak.
Oh, don't.
It worked great.
Yes, it did. But if this is a sister fountain, based off of what happened last time, maybe there is another riddle here to,
Okay, no.
Likely.
get it. But yes.
Can we tell anything about the Skelly boys? Like,
Oh yeah, now as you walk a little bit further into it, it's a little bit interesting because it's quite reminiscent of oh god, Sad. What are you doing?
What are you doing,
Underneath the
stepdad?
skeleton. I'm gonna put you to the front. There we go. Nix, the one in the corner is wearing a very dramatic dark blue coat with this kind of collar that has these two triangular ends that kind of stand on the edge, and the inside seems to be trimmed in this dark maroonish reddish subtle pattern. And there's this golden chain that goes from chest to chest, kind of keeping it together. And like there's hardly any clothes left on all of these people, but that cloak remains pristine. As you can see here in the corners, the skeleton kind of sits against the hedge.
I'll take a closer look at it, because if he knows anything about magical items, they do not expire with time.
Indeed, they do not. Also, what you can see easily, also that no need for really an investigation check or anyone else, is that there are some rusted, assortment of weapons and armor pieces lying beside the skeletons, or indeed on them.
There's a group of fighters?
Probably adventurers thinking we might get lucky. We don't want to meet the same fate.
Perhaps this is what happened to them should they got the riddle wrong. I will check the
terrifying prospect.
But what else is that would be? I mean, next we'll take a look at see if like the skeleton has like a landmine underneath it, or some sort of
Are there
associated with
Make me a quick perception check, intelligence, as you look it over. It's like a quick glance.
quick glance done.
11. Grass, nothing else.
Sure, I'll take the robe off the skeleton.
You undress that skeleton.
It falls apart and kind of like drips down to the ground. But it's a little bit dusty from skeleton, like bone dust. But you got yourself one dramatic coat in your arms.
It would be really funny if it's like a cloak of billowing.
Nix will just like roll it up, like when you roll up a towel kind of thing, and just like stuff it into his bag for the time being. So it's like a magical looking, or like a fancy magical possible cloak.
All right. Okay. Anything else?
Anything else you guys want to look at?
Is there any clue to what killed those people?
I'll trade us on that.
Any arrow or dart or...
You can make me a medicine check if you like to, with intelligence, to make a diagnosis. I will be limited by your rank, but it's a-okay.
Medicine, intelligence. Oh, I'm not good with intelligence.
Good job.
Nope.
I mean, could Illyria assist?
I mean, you can make your own roll now. It's a
Okay.
little bit too late to assist, considering.
I mean,
both
Thad
of us,
did
but,
mention about it earlier, but
I mean, anyone who wants to do it can do a medicine intelligence.
Illyria, well known for being smart.
Smart girl.
Okay.
I have no idea what's going on.
No, it's just that the. Yeah, sure. I mean, go ahead.
We're all looking.
Nope.
Oh God. Will you break the mold, or will you continue
Medicine
it?
intelligence.
Yes, indeed, for a diagnosis.
Oh, shit.
Oi! 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 Oh, how
I
am I
mean,
gonna...
one of us.
Okay, so Illyria, Marty, and Thad look at these skeletons, and you were all heckin' confused.
I diagnosed them with death.
Yeah.
The skeleton is made out of skeleton.
There's a skeleton right inside you right now.
But what flashes through your mind is actually one time when you saw Casimir send off a force blast against the walking corpses outside of Argenvostolt, when you were ambushed in the night, and how his force blast for a second for regeneration kicked in, kind of like blasted it away the flesh, and like made like an impact wound into like a perfect kind of like circle into the bone, exposed bone below. But then those weird creatures healed themselves because they could. There are several such impacts on these skeletons. or
So,
something
like,
similar to it.
Is it easy to
Like,
well,
perfectly
based on-
symmetrical bludgeoning damage here and there on these skeletons.
Okay, get back.
I relay this medical diagnosis with great pizzazz. But as I'm doing so, I would just like to see if I'm looking around, if I've got that in my mind. Does it look like it originated from the fountain? Like, is it like it was a burst out of it? Like, it's very obvious that they're blown back in from a specific angle.
Oh, interesting. With that
You
roll,
know, like when you do like a murder scene with like blood splatter kind of thing.
yeah. No, these impacts are at different places on these skeletons and not all like facing towards the fountain.
Not entirely sure what happened here, but if this group of adventurers who seemingly had items is perished here, and it doesn't look like the fountain itself was the source of the force and damage that so clearly has obliterated their bodies. The only thing I can think of is
Which direction did it come from?
all over, as if multiple sources, different angles.
On the same bodies that it's from all directions.
Well,
On all the
there are-
bodies.
There are multiple impact sites that seem to have impacted from different angles, so it's really hard to say. But it doesn't look like there was one single source that this blast came from the fountain in any way. So I don't know exactly what that means. If there are multiple traps here, or I don't know, something else. Like Amatia says, there is something in this labyrinth. Maybe it summoned that.
Yeah, my currently leading theory about what this thing is it goes for not necessarily the scars of a person, but the scars of one's soul. That makes sense. Because, well, Leah saw something from Tatiana's timeline, but which she shouldn't remember. She shouldn't remember Sergei. She didn't have an emotional attachment to him, and yet it attacked that. So we might get hit by something we don't even understand.
Well, I guess be prepared in case we fuck this
I
up.
mean, if maybe this has something to do with the ghost of Marlena, she did think I was Tatiana.
Well, yes and no, because she
But
didn't
why-
knew us. She knew our past, our scars. So
How would she know the roses?
No, that's not. Yeah, I don't know what we're dealing with.
Some of those she couldn't have known about.
I'm just saying there's probably better things to get me with than Sergei.
yes, because that's why I think this is like a scar of your soul, not necessarily of your memories as Illyria, but you got reincarnated or whatever. So maybe this is somehow more severe, so it went to that. Maybe it's not a thinking creature, but rather some sort of a predetermined spell which has a set parameter, go for the fault sort of thing, but it's flawed. The design is flawed in some sort of way.
As far as I'm aware, being reincarnated in the way that I am apparently is a bit unusual.
That's why you're immune to this, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know why you're reincarnated anyway. I mean, that's weird in itself, but
Thanks!
it's good to have you. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
Oh, are we
So,
pushing the thing?
well, last time there was a time limit on, at least there was a clicking sound, which I can only assume is a time limit, to get this riddle. So everyone, ears open, and Nixo, presumably it's the same sort of thing as the previous one.
I mean, I do have a feeling like
Yes.
a very generous god will spell it out for us.
Okay.
I'll draw my short sword in any case.
Okay, all right.
I-
Yeah, there's same thing here, but this little like key crest. There's no like yield to it when you pull
They
it,
were
but you
not
can
expecting
push
a
it. At
second
the same
BKB
time,
in
like
that fight.
part of
I
the
BKB
fountains
twice
open up to reveal a lantern with a red light that immediately starts to flashing. Clicking sound is indeed heard, and a voice echoes out. I'm gonna go for a short break. Refill your drinks, go to the toilet, pet your pets, come back ready and prepared for about an hour and a half more. Yay!
What's happening, Bexxy?
Fun times.
That's a strange riddle. Can you write that all down?
That is the worst thing to happen in
Yeah, can you
life.
write
If you
it
don't
down?
have a
Whereas
if you don't have a pet, you're fucked. That's all I'm
Yeah, I
saying.
know. Well, we have a moth, I guess.
But yes, do
Does
all the
Casimir
things.
count as a pet? Right.
Oh no!
I think Casimir could use some pets, to be honest.
Especially after that. Yeah. But let's go
Imagine
around
like giving Casimir like a head pat and just like imagine his reaction.
now.
He'd probably give you some sort of Confucius proverb.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go for a break.
Pets.
Yeah, I'm still very confused because I'm pretty sure like the whole Sergei thing is the most traumatic thing that happened to Illyria, so
Eesh. But yeah. Let's do the things, guys. I'm gonna
Yeah, I'm
go.
getting my
I'll be right
chocolate
back. BRB. Alright, I'm back. I'm just snacking on some food once I'm muted. Hey Mo, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Yet Casimir, the full elf, got mindfuckery from his own life. Either being genocide is the worst thing to happen in 2 lifetimes. Or Illyria is indeed special. Maybe. Definitely reveals that there might be something more to it, or
Insane how good this is.
something is wrong with Illyria. Haha.
Go next.
Something we don't know.
Go next.
But there's definitely a piece of the puzzle that is missing.
Right, they have returned.
Hello, hello. I'm just eating dinner. You can talk though with me, and I can answer.
What are you eating?
Just a little bit late dinner.
Pyttipanna.
No, it's very healthy. Like it's tomato and chili chicken with broccoli and beans and rice.
Yeah, I saw that.
That
Super
sounds
healthy.
healthy.
Lots of, well, mixed flavors in that, I suppose. Like a chicken chili? That's weird.
Not really. It's
If it
just
has beans in it, I'm here for it.
you know, it's tomato sauce, but it spruces it up with like a lot of cayenne,
Hmm.
and then rice, chicken, broccoli, and beans. In that.
Oh, like green beans. Or like kidney beans.
It's we buy like a mixture of them, like mixed beans. So it's a bunch of different beans, but definitely more of the kidney kind of beans.
Broad bean, butter bean,
Your
white
mom's
bean.
the butter bean.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, that's toxic talk right there.
oh my god, ban me.
I will.
Use your moderator powers. Do it.
No.
There.
I would go Don.
Damn.
But there's this Chad disruptor.
You did challenge him.
You take a chill pill.
Chill out.
Take a chill pill. What the fuck happened? His friend got burned. Happens, you know? A little bit of sunburn, a bit of...
It's more of an icebox sounder, you know. You gotta calm down, cool down, you know.
Yeah, you always start?
Huh?
You always start without me after the break. I'm kind of insulted.
We haven't started yet.
You haven't started.
Oh shit, okay.
Whoa, with the salt.
Whoa!
Jesus, everyone's so salty today. We're all drinking
I'm
tequila.
not.
To be fair, I'm sick, so I get to be salty.
You pulling the sick card. Okay. Everything I do is okay because I'm sick.
Yeah. And if I like abuse you, I know it's okay.
Tantrums.
Wow.
I might get a little bit counterpicked here, but
I still have to
tonight's
pack
order is
my
like
stuff
50
after the session. I don't wanna.
super.
Oh yeah, right. Defendant subs at this point.
So don't. Just buy new stuff.
Just no.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna need something to wear.
I don't like that.
Yeah, just buy new stuff when you get there.
Jesus, that's such a rich person response.
Why? Yeah, I mean, like, look, I spent
never
all my
done
money
that?
on musicals. Do you think I
Holy
can afford
shit, no,
clothes?
Adrian. Not that, like my whole fucking wardrobe.
They would just like go somewhere with no luggage and just like get new luggage there.
No. Holy fuck no.
Just me then, cool.
I mean, I have had to get stuff that I forgot to bring, like,
No, like
more
you
than
just
I'd like to admit.
purposefully you just leave everything and you just say I'm gonna buy everything local. You know, first day go out shopping.
I mean, I guess
I
it depends
don't
upon
have
where
that
you
money,
are,
no.
but no, I've never been in a country that. But I mean, it really costs money to travel to go somewhere like really cheap, because it's pretty far away from where I am. All right.
Yeah, but you're far away from everything.
Oh wow.
I mean, I usually always
Wow.
like go places
That's true.
that like are quite expensive, so no.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have too much time. Everybody ready?
Is Woodbud here?
Sad chat.
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome sauce. Okay.
That's what it said.
We're all focused?
I haven't been
we are.
focused the entire evening, but
Let us do some heckin'
Well,
riddles.
particularly now. Yes. The flashing red light appears. The ticking noise
Okay. Actually,
and a voice that doesn't seem to have a center
me and Storm are lightning
that
boys.
echoes weirdly says
And, okay, me and
who
him are
makes
lightning
it
boys.
has no need of it, who buys it has no use for it, who uses it can neither see nor feel it. What am I? And the clock starts.
I make static every day.
Copy paste.
Run my hair.
Yeah, can you write down the thing? Please.
Could you send it, please?
I do that on a daily basis. I got a little bit scared. I thought it was going to be a doctor. Yeah, they once hooked me from this side.
Tick
and that scared
tock,
the shit
tick
out of me.
tock, tick tock.
Oh. I think I know what it is, but I want to give someone else a chance.
look, I'm not smart enough for this shit.
I wanna say oxygen.
Wait, what? Somebody makes oxygen?
Yes, flowers make oxygen. Like trees make oxygen.
Yeah, but it's not what makes it, it's who
I
makes
mean,
it.
do we
And they don't
know
need, and they have no use for it.
in this?
You buy oxygen?
Yeah, in a post-apocalyptic world, you will.
This is Barovia.
No, okay. I have no idea.
I feel like I'm just going out on limbs here.
Mm-hmm. Dad?
No, I'm probably not the guy for this kind of questions.
Half time?
Then it's unfortunate because I know this one already. I think.
I mean, my idea would either be gravestone or coffin.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, so it's a choice of one of the two. That's very close. I would maybe say. Can neither see nor feel it is the difference between a gravestone and a coffin.
Well, I mean, when you're dead, you don't see or feel.
I know, but I would suggest that coffin is like because feeling it is more appropriate. I would say coffin.
The clock increases in frequency.
Do it.
Gravestone.
No, coffin.
No, oh.
You call out? What do you call out?
Coffin.
The red lamp stops flashing. A little horn goes, and another one goes boom, and another showers of of confetti.
Next we'll pick up the second piece.
Yes, you have a little key, a little stone key in your hand. Well, it's more like a shield, like a key emblazoned on it.
Well, good job, Illyria. I mean, I was on the fence about both of those, but you at least helped. We now have 2 pieces.
Okay, so let's get out here.
We still need a key, but we don't know where that is.
That's true. That could be back in the manor, it could be here, but either way we have a key.
So, I propose maybe having a look at the gate.
Let's do it.
See.
Sure. Actually, Bexxy, because you said you know which way, because Nix is like writing this down, could you just place us by the gate?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, that fucking spell.
Though something will happen.
As things do.
Yes.
Someone buys oxygen.
I have one oxygen, please.
Hamardia, you kind of end up at the back of the group. And, yeah, like this. Perf. Kind of hurry past the rose bushes, but thankfully they look normal on your second pass. And nothing strange there. You wonder to yourself, am I seeing things? Hamardia, before you continue ahead, you hear the sound of a child crying behind you.
Quickly turns down.
And the edge of your vision, right here, is a 6-year-old girl, kind of fashioned into that first half-elven Barovia girl that you like to use the first time you were with the party. And she is dressed in rags. In one hand, she's clutching on to the arm of a very threadbare kind of teddy bear. And she has one hand over, one forearm over her eyes as she is crying her eyes out. And she asks you if, was I so delicious that it...
You, my friend, are not real, so why don't you scurry off where you belong?
Was I so delicious that it was worth it?
Stop it.
You helped them. You made me into a pie. Am I that tasty?
What?
You grinded my bones, made my child flesh into pie meat.
You're not real. Get away from me. You want blood? I'll give you blood. I'll drown them in blood. I'll make sure they're so miserable.
You're right.
You see this sort of primal hatred in her eyes that you only get glimpses of when she transforms into her really monstrous sort of thing where she tries to intimidate someone, and she has murder in her eyes.
Martia, let's continue.
I need to give her blood, only then they will be sated.
Martia, you said yourself this isn't real.
I know. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, this is just... So what? So this isn't real, because she was real, and I let her down. And... I... Don't look at me.
Out of the darkness, 2 other children kind of join the side of the first one. They're still crying, but these ones stare at you with hateful eyes, accusatory eyes. And they kind of join this chorus of children voices accusing you of murdering them and turning them into pies. Then 3 becomes 5, then 5 becomes 10.
Yana, please, hush now, my child. Into sleep fly.
and she is going to curl up into a ball, like in a fetal position, and continue singing. Let's wait. Memories of dawn. Fill your heart with light. Rush now, my child, into the fly. Let memories of dawn fill your
As you close your eyes, the voices seems to come closer, and now it feels like they're just standing around you, like just behind you, like whispering straight into your ear, sometimes shouting, sometimes crying, sometimes just speaking calmly to you. It's just this overwhelming chorus of children voices asking you why you did it.
I will make it right. I will make it right, please. Please, I will give you your blood. I will make it right. Just stop.
Amartya.
Do I see it right now?
Yes. But standing right beside her is like a child crying.
Yeah.
4 years old.
I know I'm not real, but even so, it hurts so much. Lydia, it hurts so much. I can't bear it. Where's Nyx? Nyx, finish the job! Nyx!
Amartya! You made a bargain with Nyx and this isn't it.
Nyx, finish the job.
Amartya! Amartya! Come here. Come, get up.
I'll draw my short sword.
Hold. Take my hand.
Finish the job. Fad.
And I'll slap her in the face with the blunt end of it.
Like the broad side of the blade?
Yep, exactly. Just slap her in the face with it. Snap out of it. Snap out of it. It's not real.
Dying
As
now
real
won't
as
do
this seems-
children any good either. Come on. Just you can close your eyes.
What is you dying now going to make? What going to change? Are they going to come back to life?
No, nothing will change, but we will have their blood. No. Maybe. Okay.
Will that change what you did?
Let's move. Let's move, okay? Let's move. I'm going to close my eyes now, so I can't see them.
Take my hand.
Okay, here you go.
And Illyria will gently guide Amartya to the rest of the group.
Make it better for you. I will make it better.
As Illyria guides you away, you leave the armada of children in the darkness, and slowly their cries fade. But the vision of them and their voices certainly has left their mark. You have to wonder if they still remain right there, crying and asking why it was worth their death.
I need to go. I'll wait for you outside. You go ahead and handle whatever is in there. I've been compromised.
What?
I can't. I've been compromised. They got me. They got me.
Yeah,
Rest
we
assured,
need
Amartya.
you.
Nothing will come to harm of you until you complete your bargain with me. I will protect you until that No matter
No.
of compromiseness. You're staying
No.
with us.
No, you can't. I'm just a burden. You should. You better off.
You're not a
Okay.
burden.
Tell me before the children associate you with me. They all will associate you with me. You should kill me now, please.
What would that change?
I won't be a burden anymore. They will have a blood. Just
Oh,
as
you
we
bird.
have.
And what would happen with the rest of them? Your mother and sisters, they would still be around.
Yes, but you can kill them. You're more than capable.
No, Hamatir. You're not getting out of it that easily.
This is not about you, Nix. I need to die.
And you will. But not here.
Everyone
not
dies.
now.
I need to die. Right now.
Everyone will die eventually.
Marty, I won't let you die here.
This is a pretty shitty place to die, to be honest.
I never had a good place to die.
Sure.
Let's just move. Let's just move.
I'll show you that place one day. How about that?
We are here already, Hamatir.
Don't talk to me.
There is nothing
You
more
did
that
talk to me. Don't talk to me. You will have your fill, but don't talk to me.
Fine, but no more of your sniveling.
Don't talk to me.
Nick's kind of like gives Hamatia this like deadpan look.
It gives you like a death. You see in her eyes not a person but a feral beast cornered.
I guess Nick's kind of ignores the reaction. It's more of a deal with your own shit kind of look. He's got his own shit that has been imposed on him by some strangely unbenevolent god. And like he's holding the two crests in front of the gate, I suppose.
All right. As you hold it up against the gate, just like the mercury-like substance of the master key of the manor, the part of the iron itself, kind of like in hip height on both sides, just beside this where it should have been a divide between the two pieces of the gate. They kind of melt away and create this relief of one of a tower and one of a key.
What game?
Like, you know, if you're holding two crests that have like, you know,
They're like fitting on top of each other.
Yeah. Like this is the like negative space of your two reliefs.
Alright, shove them in there.
Don't say it like that.
I just like shove them like so deep inside where they're meant to go until it can't
With
go no
gusto. Oh no. God, stop. They fit perfectly, and at the same time that teal light kind of light up, and they actually create the mercury kind of sips away, creating this slight divide between the two sides, and the gates kind of creak open on their own.
Still dead.
And slowly the light dies down and the crests are absorbed by the metal itself.
That my perseverance is huge. But like, not quite.
Well, it's open
Yeah.
in a weird kind of way. But you're right, Illyria. On the other side is this door. Don't know if it's gonna be open, but Thad, do your thing. I believe in you. Guidance.
Because that went so well last time. Sure.
I still believe in you. Doesn't matter if you don't find anything. You were perfectly correct last time.
What are you saying?
And that's a 13.
As you lead down and look at the lock, you hear heavy footfalls kind of come from behind the corner over here. Sad.
I draw my sword and face that way.
Yeah.
And place it in front of me and kind of signal to everyone else.
All right, everybody looks that way. And nothing happening. You can't hear anything. Thad, you see rounding the corner, dressed in decorative, heavy armor with like a silver sheen to it, helmet underneath her, kind of resting in between her hip and her hand, hair a shock of fiery red in a shorter kind of style, and a strong face with a stern expression zero in on you. Thaddeus, what are you doing?
Storm's dead.
Mother? What do you mean what I'm
mother
doing?
Me. What are you
I came
doing
here because of you!
Because of me. Don't be silly. You came here because of you. You selfish bastard.
Selfish?
Yes. You are entirely selfish. And lazy. Dumb. I am disgusted to call you my son.
You pinged me.
I should have taken everything you've had.
Maybe you should. Then it would be so much easier for me to tell all of my knights how bad of a son that you are.
They're just
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
defend you.
Now do not lie.
What do you
There's
mean do not
not-
lie? I came here for the only one reason and you know it.
There's not one single thread of selflessness in your body. And we
what a
both
fucking
know
good
the
shot.
truth. You are rotten to the core. There's only one thing in this whole wild world that matters to you. Don't lie.
Yeah, and he's dead.
300 gold for my Lincoln Sphere.
You're still lying. That is not a good look. You know what? Don't bother coming back. I think it's better that you just find yourself a non-glorious end within this place. I think it would be better for everybody that you just disappear quietly. Now that would finally be something that I could perhaps be proud of.
That would be a first for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure father would feel the same way as well.
This guy really does not know how to spell.
Looking
I'm-
at you saying that right now.
Okay.
You didn't know him like I did. He would agree with me. You are just in a sorry state. I mean, just look at you. How far you've fallen from grace is... Honestly, it's just disgusting.
Get out. Leave. I don't want to see your face anymore. Never again.
Finally, something we can agree upon. Go and die in a ditch, boy.
Fuck you.
And she just rounds the corner, and the footstep slowly fades away. And you heard everything Thad said, and staring like in the corner of the building, but you couldn't hear anything like answering him or see anything that he was.
You can see this short sword. He's holding it like extremely tightly the whole time.
I assume you saw something.
What? Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I saw something. And I put the short sword back in my scabbard. Yeah. Yeah, it was nothing.
You seemed very emotional towards your parents. Not that you have to explain yourself, we all have been there.
Just an old wound, that's all.
Compared to others here, you handled it quite well.
I don't think this is the right time to handle this kind of baggage, let's say.
I won't try.
We all know this labyrinth is made to test your willpower. Seeing things and hearing things that you'd rather forget. There's no need to talk about it
I'm
now.
hearing someone I didn't even know.
Well, I mean, maybe you don't have anyone, which is probably crueler.
What? No, Leia has a lot of people who she does that.
Dude, don't say that to someone in this fucking labyrinth, mate.
What are you
Just
on about?
suggesting, like if you're not seeing anyone in the area, have you
She has her
Anyone?
parents,
anyone?
right?
I mean,
GM, her parents are alive, right? Or at least
as
one of
far
them.
as she knows, when she left, they were alive.
Yeah, she's just like had like this really cushy lifestyle, rich girl with like no problems. You know?
GM, are any of her relatives alive? That I know of.
You're so freaking like invested in this.
You know that Illyria's parents, both magicians, high up in the hierarchy of the Protectorate, are alive and well.
Okay, at least.
And they love
okay.
her. And
Okay,
she has no
okay.
one who's left
They-
her.
Yeah,
Okay,
they do
okay.
love her, although, you know, they don't all really approved of her choice of
Just
profession.
making sure I'm not like the biggest asshole here. Just
No, you
No.
you'd know, like, you know, she has some troubles with her parents, but nothing that big. It's just like, why the fuck did you go off and become a soldier when you could have like a cushioned lifestyle at the fucking academy?
Well, this is kind of like Nix's, because he's like feeling a little bit, you know, shooketh with the whole Kelvin murder scene.
Yeah.
and he's kind of basically challenging Illyria here, like, well, if you didn't see anyone, if you're not having bad visions or anything like that, then is that not the ultimate mockery of everything, that you basically don't have anyone to mourn? Or you don't...
I think my theory is correct when it goes for the biggest scar the soul has. So,
I do have people to mourn.
question: did the people you all saw? They're all dead.
yes. Except one. One was imaginary.
How about you, Nix? Did you see anything?
Yes.
Were they dead? Or not dead in your vision, but dead?
They are people that have died.
I don't
Hey.
think that's that, because I saw a version of myself, sort of, that I imagined myself as a child. Actually, and the other ones were a bunch of, yes, dead people.
I think
So-
this place just messes with your mind.
Because the person I saw. Last I checked, she wasn't dead.
No, I don't think that's it. I think it's just,
But-
the thing that sets you off the most. So, they could have gone for a lot of things for me. They could have gone, I don't know, maybe with either Mommy Mardiest or one of my sisters and was torturing me again. But I guess I'm kind of resilient to physical pain at this point, so they went with another angle.
I did see some of the faces of.
I didn't see any face in flowers. I mean, I saw faces, just made of that very, very nice.
Well, some of them were.
Hamardia did recognize some children in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
friends.
shit.
And
I should have told me. I asked.
Did I,
Yeah,
did I
should've.
recognize my
Sorry.
parents in there as well?
Oh, my parents dead.
Grounded into pie.
Oh no.
Not on a quick glance, because if perhaps if you look closer, who knows what you might have found. But on a quicker glance, it would only a number of people. Like, for example, Casimir's old, all the elves, all the friends that you might have lost in a mission. Well, friends is a big word, but colleagues.
Alright.
So the
Why-
time kind
She
of
saw him coming.
Casimir stole the limelight. So
He had his silence up. What the
maybe,
fuck?
maybe not. Who knows? What are we doing?
Well, we can maybe.
If you're done reminiscing, maybe do
Yeah,
your
thank you,
thing
yes.
and
PA.
check if the door is open.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's
Right.
uber dangerous.
I'll check if the door is locked.
It is not, and you don't think it's trapped either. But these mechanisms that Fidatov seems to possess, they're very advanced.
I'll try and nudge it open then.
All right, the door opens.
Why did we smoke?
Is that just two hallways?
Are we going for it?
What you look into is
How does it
a
feel, Punch?
darkened stone room. In the middle
I'm stuck in this?
there is a
Oh, yeah.
golden statue of a gnome,
Okay.
and then there's two staircases on both sides of the statue that is leading downwards.
Yeah, nah, bro.
I'll look at the statue, see if anything can be discerned from it.
It's a gnome standing proudly. It's a woman. She has her two hands kind of hold out in front of her. On one side, she has a cogwheel in one hand. In the other, seems to be some kind of
Hard counter. It feels terrible.
magical blob with a Coptic rune on it.
He feels genuine dog shit.
Does she look anything like what's her face that we saw at the house? Mariella, yeah.
Not exactly. No.
There any sort of like inscription or something of a name?
Oh yeah.
Or, like, or something?
At the bottom, it just says honored founder. It's just the title.
I presume maybe
Okay.
founder of the family?
Yep.
I'm not sure if we can do
Why
anything with
is
this
the
information.
witch doctor just like
We know the Fedotovs are rich and really into their tinkering of locks and shenanigans so far. But if we are now inside, and this riddle that we first encountered requires us to get the key, maybe we look around for a key. I can't imagine there'll be one just lying here, but
We should have a look around and then maybe try to head downstairs.
Which way?
I don't know. Makes no. Let's check a
Do
look up here
you-
first to see if there's anything up here.
Do you reckon they lead different ways?
I mean, they're going down in the same direction. How
Like,
different?
is
can
there
they
like
be?
a way to tell if it's like sort of like that's just two staircases that go down in like the same like area, or if they lead to different ways?
If you walk down like halfway through and take like a little sneak peek, yes, you will be able to tell.
But equally, we can look down and see like the floor is the same pattern as each other.
solo pushing? Yes, I am.
Yeah, but like exploring it for a second, like walking down through through steps and like taking a sneak peek.
Understand? right?
It looks identical on both
The
sides,
better ones.
and there
Right.
seems to be
okay.
some kind of light source ahead.
That's a word. Interesting.
Let's all take the same one just in case.
But I don't know about you, but sometimes,
The offline tower.
at least with the Vestani people, if someone is going to get a little bit too
Yes.
drunk, sometimes they leave a key underneath a rock next to their caravan.
Need the mid-lane tower.
Maybe take a look under all these pots that are around here to see if someone left a key.
I mean, I think we should like sort of like have a little like sweep around the room, see if we can find anything.
All right, roll me investigation.
Who?
You know, I'm not gonna see.
Everybody who want to take a look around, investigation, cunning.
We do
Can I aid Nyx or something?
Oh, nice.
I mean, however you want to do it.
Behind her.
I would like to help somebody.
Damn.
Jesus. Next the skill monkey.
All right, give advantage to Amarthya because Amarthya rolled lowest.
Yeah.
Oh, the natural 18.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, Nick's rolled low. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Illyria's helping, but I feel like she's.
I mean,
we're better
you're
off,
supporting.
but-
You're supporting. I mean, what
Yeah.
else can be said after 20, 22, 21, and 25?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking around the space, the urns actually have carved names of them on them. They're all in Gnomish, but Nyx is able to translate
Yeah!
using the Gnomish alphabet.
Yeah!
And they're just like common names. And inside is just a pile of ashes. None of them bears like the Fedatov name. There's just random names of both like female and male.
Looks like an entrance to a crypt.
Almost as if
I
this is a
don't
trip.
suppose any of the names on the urns in Gnomish are similar to that of, like, you know, key or lock or.
No, sadly not. And
Like some
looking
sort
up
of
the
riddle.
about the
or
space.
anyone we're familiar with.
Touche. No.
Yeah, but there's one saying Fad's mom.
No! There does seem to
not her
be...
name, just Thad's mom.
Yeah.
That's mom.
Wow. There is
Probably like somewhere it's like Illyria's brother.
There is a Taltos here, though. Taltos seems to be a last name. There's a Taltos among them.
Oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense if he's called Mr. Taltos, so it's probably a last name.
But otherwise, this room is incredibly Spartan. Like outside of these urns with ashes, like there's no decorations, there's no writings. There's only that statue and the 2 staircases.
Does the statue like have anything actually like magical on her?
You do not find any Coptic runes or anything that you can push or press.
And he's dead.
Let us head downstairs, I think, then. Nothing up here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Same staircase, you say that?
I mean, just in case.
Sure.
Marked, yeah.
Yeah, we said same staircase.
Oh god!
How dare you?
change
You probably
staircases.
placed our
Oh,
tokens
no.
down beforehand.
Oh no.
Immersion broken.
Yeah, how dare you?
Mummersion.
Worst
Mummersion.
Frostmaster ever.
Mummersion, Bexxy.
No, my first monk.
You're muted, Bexxy. Mummersion.
Immersion.
No, I'm sorry. It was just how I'd said it. I'm sorry.
Okay, we love you, Bexxy.
Immersion.
I fixed it immediately, didn't I?
You did. You didn't have to.
Good.
So we hear. What do we see?
Well, you step into like another room. Like I'm waiting for the map to load for me because it's not really loading. It's very pixelated right now. But anyway, 5 points of immersion damage left. It's a lit up room. A little bit musty. Quite dusty. It doesn't really have any details this either. Like it's just these dark marble walls, these blandons exactly the same as you saw above, with this like stable kind of non-flickering light, and ahead are 2 massive stone doors with like a symmetrical pattern on them.
Well, I guess it's my turn. Then I go and see if they're trapped and locked. Bexxy is muted.
God, I'm sorry. I mute myself a lot right now because yours is a little bit loud. But
Shut the fuck up,
investigation
Joey.
cutting.
That would be a 12.
A 12. They're hefty. There seems to be like a mechanism in here, but they don't seem to be locked.
Well, this is probably more like the mechanisms in the house. So I have no idea what this will do, but it's not locked.
Wait, I thought we needed a key.
Doesn't seem locked.
Unless that key that you have in your hand, Illyria, is technically a gem key.
It is.
Unless you want to try and use it on an unlocked door, that's probably fine too. I move out of the way.
Guess we can try.
Do you just open the door?
Illyria somewhat awkwardly holds the key towards it and sees if anything happens, and I think she's just gonna open it otherwise.
The key doesn't seem to react at all. It just remains inert in your hand.
Well, I think we can either go look for a key. Can you locate it?
I
Is
mean,
asking for a feed-it-off gem key enough to go on?
I mean, it is unlocked, to be honest.
I'm just saying. I mean, I can open it.
Maybe we are been thinking this. Maybe this is just a bunch of mind tricks or something.
or maybe this isn't the actual door that is locked.
Yeah,
so maybe
we
there's
might-
another door inside.
Yeah, let's. Should I open it?
Well, we have no other information. If it can open,
Well, Hilaria opens the door.
You open the doors. Aye.
I find him to be a better 3 than a 4. No,
Did you just get the soul win?
4 than a 5.
That's a ghost.
Instead of
Ghost.
The doors open to reveal a massive space on the ground.
let me see.
Marble walls, stark, but of an interesting kind of natural pattern. There seems to be labeled tombstones and 2 alcoves to both left and to the right. But what immediately steers your gaze is the massive, shimmering teal wall separating half of the space from the other. And beyond it is a massive fucking pile of riches. Like, it's glimmering, it's overwhelming, it's thousands of gold coins with a few gems hiding with it all, and chests and an item or two, and in the center of it is kind of this great obsidian pedestal with this staircase kind of leading up to it, and on top of it is a green shimmering arcane circle that pulsates. This teal light kind of gets lost in everything, but pacing in front of it is a rather small feminine ghost who, as soon as the doors opens, finishes her pacing, looks to you all and said, "I knew you would come, you thieves! How dare you! I will vanquish you from our family premises!"
We aren't here to steal your treasure.
And she advances. And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode of Curse of Mother
Oh
Missouri.
shit!
Yeah, let's kill a ghost next time.
to get it.